Hello guys, this is 123MP0321 and I am back. I actually tried to record this video before, but I had some problems with the audio. So, I'm gonna do it again, even though it's a little late now, since I'm sure a ton of people have done videos on this sort of thing by now. Because this feature has been implemented, it was implemented a couple weeks ago, but I just haven't had time to record yet. So, this is just a quick thing on how to build sort of little shops using the new score system. This is based off of a design by Seth Bling, although I've modified them quite a bit. I have a bunch of each one of these buttons is a different design. They all have the relatively same effect in single player, but some may have, in multiplayer, may have problems, which is why I made different versions. But yeah, so let's look at this. So this is just a little free gold. Yay. There's a little command block on here on a clock that just gives me gold. And I'm just going to give myself 110 gold and I can buy everything, I do believe. So first thing, command block. That one's pretty simple. Just takes away 5 gold and gives me a command block. They're all going to look relatively the same, like act the same pretty much, but they aren't actually they're not all actually working the same. So the pickaxe, this one was the only one you'll probably actually notice any sort of difference on. If you notice, I sort of the screen flashed blackish there, but it gave me a sharpness 3 sword. It's actually enchanted, which you can't do normally without having that little half second there. And not chapel. There you go. Now let's look behind here. So if you come here, this is probably the closest to Seth Bling's design, original design, except he had it flat out on the ground. I just sort of compacted a little. But basically what happens is it removes this 50 gold, but only if the player has a minimum of 50 gold and they're within 5 blocks. So if this somehow glitches and gets powered and no one's within 5 blocks, it won't do anything. It won't just randomly remove from the closest player on the map or something. Some rain. Go away, rain. Okay. And then this just gives the player the item. Yeah. This one I'm going to leave for a second. This one is slightly more compact, even though technically it's the same compact, because this goes into the ground instead of going up one more. But you can, with this one, you can build a roof. Oops. You sort of have the floor, so you can have this like directly underneath a floor or something, or so you could have the store, but then another area, or basically it's more compact. They're practically compact, for a practical sense. But like I said, if you want to have something below this instead of above it, this might be a better choice. The only problem with these is that these command blocks are pretty far away from the user. So if you have a wall, say here, like, and it's in multiplayer, this is where I said the multiplayer problems come in. If you're in multiplayer, then say someone standing here will actually be closer than someone standing over there, and they will get the item. Because the person standing over there will lose the points, but the other person will get the item. So you could do is, you could use coordinates to specify where, but if you want to have a shop that you want to like use MCED to copy around your world or something, you'll have to change the coordinates in all of them. So it can be a little tedious. But that's one way, and if you want to keep it compact. Or you could use one of these two things. I'm not sure why I'm showing this one, but basically this is the one I originally made, and then I changed it to this because it's much better. This one, it basically just moves this command block closer to this side. Pretty much all it does, so it has a little redstone up here. But you can't tile this. This is not tileable because this back line here, all the redstone will connect. So they'll get all the items within like 15 blocks of here. But yeah, this one makes it tileable. Just move this over here, and then it also takes one less redstone if you're building this. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say if you're building this in survival, but it used command block, so that isn't really possible. But then there's this one for giving enchanted items. I cannot remember the guy's name, but I will link to his video in the description. He actually is the guy who invented this method. I just sort of combined it with this shop because the way he has it's just a button that does it. You don't get charged or anything. So that's all the credit to this sort of concept goes to him. I don't know, maybe he didn't invent it, but that's where I found it. So basically, what happens is it's the exact same as this. You could use any of these methods for it, but basically it's the exact same as this. And this one I would recommend using the coordinates like this, just so it doesn't get messed up. But this, since I'm in single player, I have to use @p, just get the closest player since I am the only player. But basically what it does, is it teleports the player into that thing. And then one tick later teleports them back there. Oops. I didn't break anything. But yeah. So what's happening here is there is right here a diamond sword with sharpness 3 on it, sitting on the ground. And here's a spawner that spawns diamond swords with sharpness 3. And the way what I did, I picked it up. I basically did this. I just threw it on the ground. I went to MC Edit. I quit the game, went into MC Edit, and then I selected the area, used Sethbling's Create Spawners filter to turn into a spawner, and I made sure to check include position data. Make sure you do that. And then once you have done that, you use Sethbling's change spawner properties filter, I think it's called. And yeah, so then you can change the properties so that only one can be spawned within the radius. Why can't I fly? Why can't I fly? There we go. Only one can be spawned within the radius, which is why you don't pick up like 10 of them when you teleport in here. And make sure the spawn delay, max and min spawn delay are both 1. And yeah, so basically there'll only be one in here, but as soon as this one disappears, a tick later another one spawned, which is why you can only teleport in here for 1 tick. Every tick you're in here, you're going to get another diamond sword. I can demonstrate that by just walking into this corner here. Or not. That's really weird. Oh, this diamond sword is sitting on the ground here. Okay. Yes, that's why. That confused me so much. Okay, so see? Fills up my inventory. So every tick that the person's in there, so they can only be in there 1 tick, unless you want to give them multiple. So if you do want to give them multiple, you can choose how many you give them by the delay between these being greater. So say I want to give the person 2. Let me just... Oh, this one's already disabled actually. So it's not actually mattering. I forgot to do that. But basically, if you take away the torch that's here, it doesn't... Because this is an AND gate, but if you take away the torch that's here, it sort of turns off the AND gate. So just as only if the button's pressed. But actually, let me leave that off. And then if I do this... That's weird. Why did... Oh, apparently it's not perfect. It doesn't always give you 2 apparently, because I know I have gotten 2 from this before. Oh, that's weird. Oh. Maybe that's changed somehow in the latest snapshot. because I think I built this 1 or 2 snapshots ago. But yeah, so basically, maybe let's try it with another bit of delay in there. This should definitely get us 2. Yeah, okay. So I haven't perfectly tested all the timings, or maybe 2 ticks later. I'm not sure. I might have also done the properties wrong on the spawner. But yeah, so basically, the longer the delay, you could do the math yourself. I assume it's every 2 ticks you get 1 item. But yeah, so that is about it. If you want to know how this works, it's just very simple. It's just a clock going into a command block. I may or may not have a video. Laggy sounds. I may or may not have a video going. Okay, I'm sorry, that's gonna annoy me. 10. I may or may not have a video going out just on scoreboards in general. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do one of those, because I'm sure there's a ton of them out there, but I might. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you want a tutorial on how to actually build these, because I sort of showed them to you. If you can't tell how they work, and you want a tutorial on how to actually build them, just leave a comment below. If like 1 or 2 people, even just 1 or 2 people say they want one, I'll probably do one, because I have nothing better to do. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I would really appreciate a like on this, because I haven't put out a video in a while. But that's about it. Thank you.